Hi guys, welcome on my YouTube channel Beginners. Today this video is going to be for you. It will help you to progress as fast as possible. It will help you to don't to waste any resources, or you will not even need to spend money if you follow this guide to progress very efficiently. So this is why I really recommend you to look at this video if you start King Arthur Legends Rise in 2025. Let's see. So guys, the first things to understand and masterize when you will start the game is the summon system. In this game, as you can see right here, you have a specific wish list. It will allow you to choose 4 different champs that you will be guaranteed to have after 60 summons. It is very important to choose the right champ here to progress as fast as possible. So what should look like your wish list? There, you got the wish list, and the first things to do is to choose these specific champs on your wish list. I will explain you how to make the rotation on your wish list. First things is to reach the highest chivalry as possible on Morgan and Nikkei. Wait to reach chivalry 10 before to remove these champs. Don't try to um, wait only for the chivalry 8 to unlock some specific mechanic. You're gonna need to have chivalry 10 because it will also allow you to reach the maximum level of the champs. So don't don't remove them to try to optimize your different champs. Rate in this game, you will not need to use that much champs specifically at the beginning of the game. I feel like it is better to maximize the champs step by step. So first champs to maximize are Nikkei and Morgan. For Hen, it is a bit different. You can reach only the chivalry 4 before to remove her from the wish list. She is not um, as important as Nikkei and Morgan, and she will do a very great job at chivalry 4. So you don't need to reach more high. You don't need to reach highest chivalry on Hade. And Gillian, you just need 1 copy of Gillian. She's gonna be very useful on a lot of content, but you don't need to unlock high chivalry for her to be usable. After that, you can also unlock Merlin. He is similar of Gillian. He is usable in a lot of content, and you're not gonna need to have high chivalry on him. So this is why I recommend you to unlock 1 copy of this champ too. Lancelot has Merlin and Gillian is gonna be very useful in some specific content, and you will not need to reach high chivalry. So unlock also Lancelot, and believe me, is going to be very useful. The last one should be Lot. Lot, I think, is a very underrated champ, and if you want to progress in the Forbidden Dungeon, which is a dungeon that resets monthly and where you can find the best rewards in this game, you will need Lot. That's why I recommend you to put this champ on your wish list, because it will make the Forbidden Dungeon much easier. So put Lot in your wish list and try to reach the Chivalry 8. So at some point you will be able to remove Ain, and now you could choose like a Brainen to unlock as also 1 copy of Brainen is gonna be very useful, but more for PvP content, so I recommend you to unlock one copy of Brainin. And after that, you will need to put Viven. Viven is also one of the best support in the game, and she's gonna be very useful for a lot of late game content, especially now that they just changed a lot of things on her, and she got a lot of different things that I believe she's gonna be one of the best support in the future content. So to anticipate this future content, I recommend you to put Viven on your wish list. After that, do whatever you want. This is the most important things that I have to tell you about the wish list. If you want to play Clarice, if you like to play Clarice as the mage dealer, put Clarice. You can also put a Reret or Baydiver. Why I don't tell you to put the damage dealer at the beginning of the game for your wishlist, it's simply because you're gonna have another damage dealer in rare that could help you to finish all of the content anyway. Supports are much more important than the mage dealer in this game, and if you want to use a specific damage dealer in legendary, you will need to reach very high chivalry. That's why I don't recommend you to waste the wish list for damage dealer, at least at the beginning of the game. So this is for the wish list for the classic summon. So we got the similar system but for the special relic. So we explained the wish list on special summon, and now I'm gonna explain you the wish list on the special relic. What should look like your wish list? It will not be as important as the summon wish list, but you really want to have all the relics of Morgan. As I said, she is probably the most broken champ in the game, and you will enjoy to play her with all of her relics. That's why the first things to do is to try to unlock the Frost relic of Morgan and also the Wind relic of Morgan. Another relics which I feel are very important is the first relic of Nikkei and the fire relic of Lot. As I told you on the previous wish list that we checked, Lot is the best champ for the Forbidden Dungeon, but sadly he is not that good in his first relic. So you will also need to unlock the fire relic of Lot to mm, progress very easily in the Forbidden Dungeon. When you will have these relics, then you can swap for, I think the fire relic of Brainen is one of the most interesting relics. Also, the frost relic of Lancelot is very, very useful. And then you can also unlock, I would say, both relic of Ain are very strong, the fire and the wine one. And after that, well, it is up to you. This is the most important things to do. Then after you can unlock any toy that you want to play. Maybe Gilroy. Maybe be Gilroy for a very late game content. It seems that he's doing some crazy stuff there, but the fire relics seems to be one of the most interesting. But it will also depend on the champs, the damage dealer that you will put on your wish list. Um, it is the abuse that you will need to unlock relics of champs that you put before on your wish list. Don't unlock the relic on champs that you don't reach high chivalry because you will not do that much things, even if you unlock 3 relics of any champs, if he is not at his maximum level of chivalry. So that's all for the relic. So guys, let's now speak about the different contents that you're gonna need to farm at the beginning of the game. The first content that you will have to farm is the plain half beasts. It will allow you to level up your champ with the mythic mana hop. You're gonna need that things to reach the level 60. So let's see the team that we're gonna use, and this is the team that we will use almost everywhere, and this is why you have to highly invest on these 4 champs, because they will allow you to farm all the most needed content in the game. Let's speak about something important. It is the skill order settings, and this is why this team work almost everywhere. You can choose a specific order and it will highly increase the efficiency of these champs. This is something that we could not do before the last update. So this is what look like the skill order. She will have to spam the skill 2, okay? Morgan gonna need to spam skill 2 as well. With Turin, you can make rotation between skill 2 and skill 3. And Baldwin will make the rotation between skill 2, 3, and skill 1 to charge the vehicle. So this is what will look like the skill order settings on this team for Penveid. Now, let's check the fight. So you will need to remove the barrier, and to remove the barrier you will need to deal as much heat as possible. Here you can see the number of hits on each skills. Here you have a total of 4 hits. Morgan has 3 hits, and she will not hit the boss. And Batwin has 2 hits. So it means that you got a lot of different skills with many hits, so you will be able to remove the barrier very fast. And when you will remove the barrier, then you will be able to deal damage to the boss. It is impossible to die with this team. And this is because of the new skill order that they implemented. Now, Badwin, he is, in my opinion, the most broken defense champs in the game, because you will be able to make the rotation between the skill 2 and the skill 3, and it will allow you to debuff the boss with the attack decrease 2 and to buff your team with defense buff 2. And this is something that you can't do with any other champs. He has the best defense kit in the game, and he is a rare champ, so don't hesitate to invest on him. He is absolutely insane. Okay guys, now let's speak about Hadri. Hadri will allow you to evolve your relic. So he is the second most important content in the game, and guess what? You will be able to farm Hadri with the same champs. So it will allow you to save a lot of resources. You will be able to farm the 2 most important contents in the game for beginners with only 4 champs, and this is amazing. Let's speak about the skill order setting. you will need to use this specific skill order, especially with Morgan, because you're gonna need to put recovery disruption on Hadri to not allow him to heal himself. That's why I recommend you to use one skill 2 and then two skill 3. And as I said before, this is because of this skill order settings that you can make a so efficient team. And like with rare champs, you are now able to farm a lot of content. It was not possible before, at least not in automatic. So I recommend you to use this skill order on Morgan. You can use that things on Turin. K should spam the skill 2 as always. And skill 2 and skill 1 on Badwin. You don't need to use the skill 3. You will be enough tanky anyway, so it's gonna be perfect like that. The only problem could be if you're not lucky on Morgan and you could not land the recovery disruption on the boss because you got only 70% chance to land the recovery disruption. But this is something that you can't control. On Hadri, you can even use another champ. You will most of the time have some RNG factor that will not allow you to be sure to land the recovery disruption permanently on Hadri. So let's see what looks like the fight. Okay, so we are done with Hadri. As you can see, sometimes you could not have very good RNG on Morgan and you will not put the recovery description. But anyway, this is a very safe team. The problem just could be the speed of the fight, but you can also maybe spam skill 3 on Morgan, and maybe it's gonna be much faster. I don't know. But as I said, the most important things is that you can't die with this team, and it is the same champs that you used for Penveid. So this is what we want to explain here. It is using has less resources, has possible to finish almost all the important contents for beginner. So now we speak about the last step, the equipment dungeon. You will need to farm gear. When you will reach some point, gear will also be important. But as I said, the most important things is to farm Hadri and Penveid first. Then I recommend you to farm APPOLEIA. And I forgot to tell you something. You need to unlock at least one copy of Guinevere. Guinevere is the goat of APPOLEIA. She will make the fight very easy. I'm using Archer here, but you will be able to use K, obviously. Well, I'm gonna use Archer, but just for show you that he can deal a lot of damage against frost elements. But it is up to you. I'm not recommending you to invest on Archer, but he will make the run much faster. And even for Hadri, you can swap for Archer. But why do I think that K is more important? It's simply because you will be able to use K in some late game content like the Hall of Conqueror, which is one of the most important content for the late game player. And this is why I recommend you to invest on K instead of Archer, because it will allow you to prepare this late game content. But obviously, Archer will maybe make your progression even faster, at least with the wind relic, and you will be able to unlock the wind relic. So this is up to you. I'm not sure what should be the best way. If you're not patient, if you like to make the run faster, then you maybe should invest on Archer instead on K. But if you want to optimize your resources, then I recommend you to invest on K. So why do you need to farm APPOLEIA? Because you will have that things, and it will allow you to craft the Vigor set. All of my gems here are in Vigor set. So this is the most important set for early, mid, and late game players. So don't hesitate to farm APPOLEIA. It is right now the best equipment dungeon to farm. You will also be able to get life sets and defense sets, which are nice. The drain set is not that good. I don't think that it is usable right now, to be honest. But for the life set and the defense set, you will be able to use this on any other support um, paired with the Vigor set. So let's see what will happen during the fight, and I'm gonna show you that it's very, very easy to kill this boss with Guinevere. That's why I highly recommend you to unlock one copy of Guinevere. You don't need that much copy of her, and she will allow you to farm this dungeon very easily. So as you can see, it is very easy to farm all of this content, and you will be able to upgrade the relics, you will be able to upgrade the level of the champs, and you will be able to farm equipment, and you're gonna need like 5 or 6 champs to do all of these things. So don't split your resource on many different champs, and respect what I told you to progress as fast as possible. So I hope you enjoyed to see this video. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see all of my next content. This is not the last beginner video. I'm gonna make another 2 or 3 parts to explain you the next steps that you will need to focus. So bye bye guys, enjoy the game, see you soon.